Welcome, everybody, to the June 27th Board of Selectmen's meeting. I'll run through the agenda real quick. 7 o'clock, we have citizens input. 7:15, public hearing, NPS LLC. Jesse Enos, George Bell, International Champions Cup on July 30th, 2017. 7:25, Selectmen's update. 7:35, Town Manager's update. 7:45, Assistant Town Manager's update. Mary Beth's not here.
She's on vacation.
Okay, and then we have a bunch of action items to go through, so it should be fairly quick. I think it's my turn to lead in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, 7 o'clock. Is there anybody here for citizens input? Anybody? No? Seeing none, why don't we jump into some of the action items?
Okay, let me just pull that up. All right. Move to approve the reappointment of town committee members with terms to expire on 6/30/18, 7/1/19, and 7/1/20.
Second.
Motion made, seconded. Under discussion, Bill, has everybody wanted to continue? Has anybody dropped out? Are we approving people that don't want to be on committees anymore?
I'm not aware of any. I don't know for certain, but we've received no indication otherwise.
Okay. Motion is made, seconded. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye. Move to approve the annual 5K and Kids Fun Run for the Hockomock Area YMCA for October 15, 2017, from 8 a.m. to noon.
Second.
Motion made, second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye. Move to approve the Impact Ride cycling event, sponsored, I think, by Susan G. Komen of New England. The event to be on October 1st, 2017, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Second.
Motion made, second. Any further discussion?
This was that we had gotten a letter a few meetings ago,
Mhm.
and in the original letter, they mentioned signage and they wanted to paint the roads. They didn't mention signage or painting the roads. Can we just throw in there in the letter of?
Sure. Yeah,
that-
we've made it very clear they're not going to be able to paint the roads.
But can we
Yeah.
have it in writing?
Sure, we can do
Okay.
that.
Signage in writing
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
more
Make that as
comfortable
part of the
that way.
letter, Kate, so we'll just make sure that gets in.
Okay.
Are they all good with using the auditorium for a rest area too? I saw that in the note, a rest stop.
Yeah.
And the police and
Yeah,
fire station.
yeah, that's been all cleared before.
Okay.
Okay. Motion made, seconded. Comments are going to be made under this, that were presented under discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Move to approve the gift donation in the amount of $1,000 to the Veterans Services for the Iraq and Afghanistan War Memorial from an anonymous donor.
Second.
Motion made, second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye. Move to accept a gift donation in the amount of $100 to Veterans Services for the Iraq and Afghanistan War Memorial from John and Julianne Tynan.
Second.
Motion made, second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye.
Move to accept a gift donation in the amount of $100 to Veterans Services for the Iraq and Afghanistan War Memorial from the Foxborough Historical Society.
Second.
Motion made, second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Move to accept a gift donation in the amount of $100 to Veterans Services for the Iraq and Afghanistan War Memorial from Roberta Cottrell.
Second.
Motion made, second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye. Move to approve the 5/30/17 Board of Selectmen minutes.
Second.
Motion made, second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye. Move to accept a gift donation in the amount of $450 to the Rec Department for the Fishing Derby from Fitness Adventures LLC.
Second.
Motion made, second. Any further discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor?
It did go out of
You
order.
missed one.
Move to accept a gift donation in the amount of $770 to the Council on Aging to pay for programs held at the Senior Center from Friends of Foxborough Seniors.
Second.
Motion made, second. Any further discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor?
Move to accept a gift donation in the amount of $1,000 to Recreation for Foxborough Children in Need to attend the Booth Summer Camp from the Masonic Angel Foundation, Inc., St. Albans Masonic Angel Fund.
Second.
Motion made, second. Any further discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor?
Move to accept a gift donation in the amount of $400 to Recreation for a movie night under the stars from the president of Bainbridge International, Inc., Mike Koshia.
Second.
Motion made, second. Any further discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor?
Move to accept a gift donation in the amount of $100 to Foxborough Fire Rescue for the gift account from Charles and Jean Albert.
Second.
Motion made, second. Any further discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye. Move to accept a gift donation in the amount of $500 to Animal Control, to the Foxborough Animal Control account from the Foxborough Founder's Day Planning Committee.
Second.
Motion made, second. Any further discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye. And move to approve one commercial parking permit set to expire on 6/30/18.
Second.
Motion made, second. Any further discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we have a couple minutes. I'll just go quickly, Selectmen's update. I just want to mention that the budget summit that we had last Tuesday was very, very well presented. I just hope members of the community take advantage of the opportunity to ask questions, and just, there's no such thing as a stupid question. So just feel free to, do a little research, watch the program, and ask if you don't understand. It's the whole program is geared towards asking questions and clarifying the whole process. So I just hope people take it to heart, and we'll spend a few minutes and participate. So I thought the presentation was very well done.
Great, thank you.
Anybody else have anything else?
Nope.
TikTok, TikTok.
It's one of those nights, but everybody's on vacation, so I wonder if anybody's even watching tonight. I can give you a quick update if you want. It's up to you.
Yeah, why don't you do your update, and then we'll end with the public hearing.
Okay, there you go. Just a couple items. First of all, there was an article in the paper, it was in the, looks like it was in the local, in the local patch, that Foxborough lot to be used as free parking during Mansfield train construction. Now, that's not necessarily true. It's a little misleading. They're gonna gain access through our parking lot, but there's an area that's beyond the fence that's actually gravel area that they're gonna use as a temporary parking while the construction is going on around the station. So they're not actually using our parking spaces. I just want to be clear about that. I was a little surprised when I read that myself. I said, that wasn't what we signed on for. I mean, that was not but then when I got that clarified, that was much clearer. So, in the other big news, is the new town offices are now open. So, we're very, very pleased to make that announcement that the building and our goal was to try and make the transition as seamless as possible, and I think we've achieved that. It was so seamless, most people don't know about it. So, which is good. I mean, that's what we wanted to try and achieve. But originally, we thought we would start the move on Friday, actually on Monday, but actually everything got in earlier, so we were able to start the process on Friday by moving everything over. And we went department by department, so it was pretty orderly. Every box is not emptied yet, and there's still, a little bit of a chaos situation as most moves, but generally speaking, we transacted business on Friday, we transacted business on Monday, all day yesterday, and we transacted business today. So all the electronics were up and running over the weekend. Telephones, computers are all functional. Everything's working really well. So the space is wonderful space. I think the town will be very proud of it. Can't say enough about the work that the building committee did, and the project is actually, just an absolute prize for the community. I'm really, really proud of it. So everybody's really pleased with the space. They're all working very happily in the new area. It's actually cold in some cases because they're trying to get the right equilibrium. But every room has its own temperature gauge. We can actually set it higher and lower if we need to. So it works out really, really well. The couple just the quick announcements for folks that we are not going to be meeting in that space until probably mid-August or maybe even September, only until the project is fully complete, which means that the other building will be taken down and the new parking lot will be set so we can accommodate cars and people to park there, that type of thing. There's still some additional work to be done from cable to actually set up the space, and the meeting, the Selectmen's dais is not actually in yet, or should be in this week, we hope, if everything goes as planned. But unfortunately, it was damaged in shipment twice, so now it's on its third try. So we'll hopefully get it in this time. But the big question now is when's the other building coming down? People want to see that actually get taken down. There's going to be a process. We were actually officially out of the building for the most part today. So most everything that we're going to take out of the building is taken out today. Now we're trying to dispose of some of the items on municipal bid, so we can actually dispose of those things appropriately. People aren't just taking things. We're actually going to put it out to bid. Anything that's not being used by the town will be put on municipal bid, so people can bid on it and acquire it that way. The other thing is that there is some pre-mitigation work that's typically done in this. Some hazardous materials, hazardous asbestos tiles, things of that nature, that would have to be removed. Any kind of other areas that would be considered to be hazardous, pre-hazardous, would be taken out. So that's normal in that kind of a construction process. So that will be done first, and then the building will be down, and it'll take about 2 to 3 weeks to get it done because some of it will be recycled. And so they'll do it that way. So it'll be a very orderly takedown. You see the Jersey barriers that are around the front; those will actually be around the entire site while it's being taken down. So we will let the public know, because I know a lot of people want to see that actually happen, because it's a really a significant point in history in many ways. But once it's down and the parking lot is placed in and the landscaping's finished, we should have that, we hope by mid-August, late July, with any hope. It can come down that quickly. So that's the big news in town. The building will be closed on Monday because it's an extended holiday this week. So it's the July 4th holiday is on Tuesday. Everybody took vacation time, so the building will be closed on Monday. Myself and Chief Baker have been meeting with a new committee called the Joint Manager and Police Chief Task Force that's been started to look at some of the most difficult issues that we can possibly deal with here in municipal life, and that is dealing with cops being shot in the line of duty, also dealing with some of the racial concerns that are going on across the country. So we're dealing with this on a statewide level. I've been asked to chair this committee and Chief Baker is actually going to make a presentation on this in September to the mass managers, and a joint meeting of the mass managers and the police chiefs. So we've been meeting over the past, we've had a couple meetings so far. It's actually an excellent committee made up of police chiefs and managers from across the state, and we've defined a pretty good agenda of items that we want to address, in hopes that we can really bring some attention to this issue that really has to be addressed, so that we don't end up in situations that you've been reading in the newspapers. It happens in some of the smallest communities, but yet in some of those communities that people think they're immune to it, and those are the ones we want to address, because those are the places that it can happen. So it's a very interesting process. I've been learning a lot myself, but also proud to be able to serve in that role to bring this issue to the forefront for the entire state. So that's what's going on. We've been meeting on that as well, but in the meantime, we're continuing on the work of getting up and running fully with all the changes going on. We've got a lot of labor issues we're going to work with in union negotiations over the summer. There's lots to do. There's no shortage of that. So we got a lot planned for the summer as well. So working on the borough school project, meeting with MSSBA. We think by 2 weeks to meet with them on that project. So lots going on. I'm happy to take any questions from the board.
I just had a question.
Sure.
Are we anticipating a fall town meeting?
It's a little too early to say. I would say we probably will, only because there are things that come up between now and then that either in the area of zoning or some municipal issue that will come up that we'll have to deal with. I anticipate with some of the labor contracts we'd like to get done before the fall, the town meeting, and get those resolved, so we don't go a full cycle into next spring. So that's our goal, is to try and get to that point, but it shouldn't be a very difficult agenda, even if we did do one. It should be somewhat limited.
So if we did have one, when would we start submitting warrant articles?
I would think probably we would start looking at sometime in mid-September. We'd be looking at that. All right, so we want to keep that on your calendars. If there's any questions about that, we can get into that. All right. But we're planning on it anyways at this point, but there isn't a lot in the forefront right now for us to talk about. Okay. All right.
Okay.
And then we'll as a follow-up to the meeting the other night, just want to say thanks for everybody attending. It was a great crowd. I really appreciate everybody coming. I know that there wasn't a lot of public present at that meeting, but it was great to see a lot of the policy boards represented at that meeting, and a lot of the employees, department heads were present, and I take to heart the comments that, we really do want to hear back from the public on this, and make sure that we're addressing issues, because this is the time. This is the time for us to get those things lined up and teed up for discussion in the fall. So now is the opportunity for us to do that. Okay. Thank you.
Now that we're behind schedule, Bill.
Sorry about that.
7:15, public hearing, MPS LLC, Jesse Enos, George Bell, International Champions Cup on July 30th, 2017.
The Board of Selectmen, acting as the local licensing authority pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 140, Section 181, and Section 183A, and Chapter 136, Section 4, Code of the Town of Foxborough, Chapter 229, and also Stadium Rules and Regulations, will conduct a public hearing on Tuesday, June 27th, 2017, beginning at 7:15 p.m. in the Foxborough High School Media Center, 120 South Street, to review the application submitted by NPS LLC for the International Champions Cup. This event is proposed for Gillette Stadium. Application for this event is on file at the Office of the Selectmen. All interested parties are welcome to attend.
Welcome.
Thank you. Jesse Enos with Gillette Stadium.
George Bell, Stadium Advisory Committee.
Here before you this evening to review the International Champions Cup license application, requesting a date of July 30th. This event is a little bit, isn't exactly what we typically have for an international soccer match at the stadium. It's going to be a significantly smaller event. The International Champions Cup is part of a 16-match series that's played in North America and organized by Relevant Sports. So we've used Relevant before. We've worked with them before for international matches at the stadium. You might recognize the name. Relevant and Sum are the two biggest players in the international soccer production or promoter circuit. And so the two teams that we have for one match is Roma and Juventus, and they're both they're the two premier Italian clubs. Juventus just won the Italian Cup. And it's a very heated rivalry within the soccer community. So, and this is the first time that they're playing outside of Europe, playing each other outside of Europe, which is exciting. But to that end, we aren't anticipating an international soccer style crowd where we're used to a full stadium sellout. We're selling only the lower bowl of the stadium and the east club of the stadium, and it will not go up into the 300 level or the west club. So we would max out at attendance probably somewhere around 30 to 32,000. So significantly scaled back from what we usually see for an international soccer match. There are two matches before our date, one at MetLife Stadium on the 22nd and another one at Red Bull Arena on the 25th. So it's always nice, especially with MetLife and Red Bull. Those are two venues we have a really nice working relationship with. So it's nice when events are there a few days in advance because we always communicate with one another. We share feedback. So we'll certainly talk to them after their events just to kind of get a feel for how they went and things that they might not have anticipated. So it's really a helpful tool for us. And we had a call with them today. They have U2 in a couple of days. So, we shared all of our sort of feedback from our show on Sunday. There'll be a small fan zone area, but other than that, there won't be any of the amenities that you see for a Rev soccer match that we extend to our season ticket members are not active for this. So early entry, parking included in the price of the ticket, those things, this is a completely separate event. So parking is $40 like a standard stadium event. All of the chutes will open at the same time. So we're requesting a chute open time or a gate open time of 2:30, and the event time the match will start at 4. So no concerns with respect to town curfew. You'll see that on the actual application, the estimated attendance was 40,000, and that's what we had hoped for at the time of the application. But we know now that it'll be significantly less than that. And ticket prices, start at $35 and go all the way up to $250, which is what we see with international soccer matches, dozens of price points with a huge range. Oh, and finally, it is a natural grass game, so we will be rolling out and installing a full carpet for this match and removing it shortly thereafter.
George, you have anything to add?
We reviewed the application and saw no issues with it. Again, it's not from a bilingual standpoint, they didn't see the need for the interpreters and, with the size, two Italian teams. We saw no issues and recommend for your approval.
Okay. Any questions from the board?
No.
Looks good. Good. Being it is a public hearing, anybody in the audience? Chief Hatfield?
Anyone?
I already got my comments.
Okay.
Move to close the public hearing.
Second.
Motion made, second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all's in favor?
Aye.
So Jim, just one question I just wanted to ask. So how are you able to estimate the crowd for this? Given you haven't had this venue before.
We haven't had these two clubs before, and because they are such popular Italian clubs, we did think that we'd be closer to that 40,000 number. But then as tickets went on sale, and they've been on sale for several weeks now, we just realized that it's probably a combination of things from pricing to the time of the year, but it just wasn't getting the reception in the community that we had hoped. And the marketing to Relevant's credit has been, and to the Revs who have supported it in marketing efforts, has been very targeted, specifically to soccer fans, but also specifically to the Italian community. And it just hasn't had the reception that we had hoped. So.
Fair enough. Okay, thanks.
Move
Probably a
to,
good night to go into the north end, though.
Well, to bring the north end out here, it'd be even better.
Waiting for George.
move to approve the application submitted by NPS LLC for the International Champions Cup.
Second.
Motion made, second. Any further discussion? Seeing none. All's in favor?
Right.
Great, thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Vera?
Yes, so Barry Duna, Foxborough reporter. I'll make this quick. This is amazing. So, in terms of in your action items, the first thing you did with the appointments of town committee members, does that mean you basically reappointed en masse all incumbent town committee members who are appointed?
Yeah, everyone that's, based upon everything that's been submitted so far.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Very good. And then July 11th is going to be your next meeting, correct?
Yes.
Very good.
That's the plan.
Double checking if there wasn't any weird summer scheduling I need to be aware of. All
We
right.
don't do summer schedules. so-
No, that's just the
This
school.
is as summer as it gets.
Great. That's what I figured, but you know.
There's always stuff that goes on. during the
Always.
summertime, so.
All right. Well, thank you very much, guys.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion made, second. Any further discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor? Aye. Good night, everybody.
They're the fourth.